Are you ready? Yeah. Cool. Are you ready? Awesome. Woo!
G'day, Aussie gamers. This is the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast, the podcast that brings you news, reviews, and video game-themed fun. Get yourselves set. It's time to hand you over to your hosts, Lucas and Aaron, to display a complete disregard for political correctness.
Hello, everyone. I am Lucas, also known as LewkOne, and this is episode 113, and today is Sunday, the 7th of February, 2016, and also with me is Aaron, also known as Red. Welcome back to the show, mate.
Thanks, Cobber. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you very much. And Red, I've got a proposition for you.
Okay, does it mean I have to change my Facebook profile to have a little rainbow over the top of it?
You might have to. Will you be my Valentine?
Oh, fuck yes.
Awesome, I'm so glad you said that, but I must say, we really do need a female on this show for shows like this.
No, not really. Because if I had to pick a co-op partner, mate, I'd co-op the world with you.
Oh, thank you very much. But, so today is our Valentines Day Special. So it's going to get a little bit romantic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a show-long, what would we call it? Like a...
Precedence.
No, I'm trying to think of the right way to explain it. Like a show-long task for us, okay? So I'm going to set a timer.
Yep.
Every 10 minutes. And every 10 minutes after the timer goes off, we need to stop what we're talking about and we need to say something nice about each other.
Ah, fucking put me on the spot. Jesus.
Now, it's going to be hard for you. I apologise for that. We have to say something nice and or romantic about each other. That's what I'm saying. We need a girl on the show because it's going to get weird, man.
Well, at least we won't file lawsuits against each other for harassment, I guess.
No. All right, so I'm going to start at 10 minutes now. There we go. So when this goes off, we're going to stop. I'll let you know when it goes off in case you don't hear the timer. But anyway, before we start this week's show, here's the show in preview. First up, we'll talk about some video games in video game discussion. Then we'll go into the news. And in this week's video game news, we've got Godus gets a new start. Destiny shows some desperation. There's a Fallout 4 mod in the works just for the ladies. Ubisoft versus EA. And there's some early access for Sony. And Hitman's multiple plot lines. After the news, we'll do What's That Sound? Then we'll do a special top 6 romances in video games just for Valentine's Day. Then Red will give us a shout and we'll end the show for another romantic week. So first up with video game discussion, Red, tell us about what you've been playing in the most romantic fashion you can.
Sweet fucko in variety. Just like my sex life. Sweet fucko and lack of variety.
Did you say sweet fuckhole or fuck all?
Fuck all, mate. It's sweet FA.
Righto.
As far as variety is concerned. I think I have put about 40 hours this week alone into Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer.
Jesus.
Yeah, at least, because there's been 3 nights straight now where it's been 2:30 bedtimes, and we start roughly gaming, our routinal gaming, about 6:30. You and I more than most. Like, then you get weeks he jumps on and Nick jumps on because he's up in the he's behind the times up in Queensland and everything like that. But but with people in different time zones and everything like that, it tends to stretch the gaming out just that little bit further. Oh, come on, one more. Yeah, no worries. I was ready to jump off at 1 o'clock last night, and then a new friend that'll get a bit of a mention later on in the shout has come along and, oh, Red, you'll hang around, have a game with him for a couple, won't you? And yeah, why not, welcome him to the fold. So I've accomplished the feat of reaching level 50. I'm now currently level 55, so it's a big shiny gold trophy in the collection.
God, I think I'm 23 or something.
Yeah, we'll get you there if you want to chase that platinum.
Not really.
Yeah, I do though. And look, just off on a side note, I don't chase that many platinums. As we said, I've got the Battlefield one sitting there. There's a couple of other ones that I can't really think of at the moment. Oh, like The Order. That's an easy one. I don't really play too many games where I go, right, let's fucking get the platinum on this. But I think I've been so taken by just the little variances and the little differences in Siege's multiplayer and online aspect that it's really driven the passion just to want to pay the respects to it, if you know what I mean. It's really injected a bit of fresh FPS multiplayer where I thought, and I built myself up so much for Black Ops to do, and that quickly fell away because of sweaty campers and just being killed by 12-year-olds, you know. I really think it takes a bit of metal, a bit of steel to play Siege.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's unforgiving because you don't regen life. You can't just go hide in the corner, get your 100 back, and then go re-engage. Your tactics can change on the fly.
Yeah, and you can take a couple of body shots, but not many, and a headshot is a headshot. You're gone.
One hit kill from a handgun, from anything.
No revive, nothing. You're dead. And then it's have fun with the
cameras,
spectator view.
Which still engages you a lot more when you're on the defend side because you've got more cameras around the place if they haven't been shot out. But now, like even last night, I'm learning the finer points because I'm starting to learn the maps a lot now, and of course, a lot of success is derived from map knowledge. So the little drones that you get to drive in with, that you can jump those things up. I get it up on top of the fridge, behind the toasters. You can get them up on the fans in the house, up on the roof and everything like that. And you can really give yourself a strategic edge.
Yeah, you got to be sneaky with those things. I've noticed people are starting to get sneakier with them.
Yeah, and I've only just cottoned on to the whole aspect of it. You know, normally I drive it in, find what I'm looking for, park it, let's go, sort of thing. But now I'll even, at the start of a round, go back to my drone, like that's not right where I wanted it, and I'll place it so you can see the whole room. And if you can get it in there, that's priceless, because obviously being the team-based game, anyone can go to your camera. It's not just a singular thing, and if you got one person that can get it in there and get it in the right spot, or even Jason and I, we group well together in that sort of thing. We'll put one on each side of the room at different angles, and yeah, you get a good view of it all. We got the new maps, and the season pass holders got their new operators. Yeah, so they're pretty cool from what you can see. It's just much of the same with a couple of new weapons, a couple of new abilities. So I think it's really cool how Ubisoft are basically giving them to everyone. Like, season pass holders didn't have to buy them with renown like you had to do with the other operators, but non-season pass holders can buy them, but with about 25,000 renown, I believe the asking price is going to be.
Yeah, which is a shit ton.
I've got 30 grand sitting there now.
Oh, so you'll have one.
I'll have one, yeah. I'll take the Defender with the bear traps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I've got my attackers pretty much sorted out now. Moving on, I've mourned the loss. I've mourned the loss of free-to-air cricket on TV every night.
Oh, is it finished now?
Yeah, in Australia it has. Yeah, they've moved over across the Dutch to play the Kiwis. So I now emulate it with Don Bradman cricket, and I was able to swindle a good mate of ours, Roy Boy. He's got it now, so there's someone else who can bounce a bit of Don Bradman conversation off, and he seems to be coming up all right. I thought it was pretty funny though. First day he got it, it was like, right, challenge, and I'm like, challenge accepted.
As someone that's been playing the game since it come out.
Yeah. I'm like, right, I'm going to step up, because he's a very proud Scotsman, and talking about Australian cricket, he goes, oh, fuck them, you know, you fucking Australian cricketers, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, all right, yeah, he's got a appreciation for the sport, which I really love, and he's got that real competitive edge when it comes to like homeland sort of jazz. So real patriot. So I get stuck right into him, he gets stuck into me, but I went out there and whooped his ass. So thanks, Roy. And EA have got a special up on the store, up on the PSN store. And is it the same across at Xbox? I heard it also. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. They got an EA thing going on too.
Fantastic deals on there, mate. I remember probably a good 15, 20 shows ago, I was getting real crusty that I couldn't pick up Rory McIlroy PGA around any of my local suppliers. No one's got them, rah, rah, rah. So I got real salty with it, real pissed off, and went, right, I'm not going to fucking bother anymore. You know, you can stick your Rory up your ass. It's come around and paid dividends, not being too desperate this week, sorry. Picked it up for like $19.
Yeah, it's a good price. The only thing that's annoying me with these EA sales is they never make the FIFA games those cheap. That cheap. You know, I think the cheapest the FIFA one is now is like 40, 50?
48, yep.
Yeah, $50. If they make, I don't even care if it's FIFA 14 or FIFA 15. If they made like one of the FIFA games like $15 to $20, I'd be keen on getting it just so we could play. Like, I'm not a massive FIFA enthusiast, but I love having a game with my mates.
And you're good at it.
And I enjoy it, but I don't do anything in FIFA. Like, I won't do a tournament, I won't do the Ultimate Team stuff, I won't do anything. I literally just want to play my mates.
Yep.
But so for that reason, I just find it really hard to spend a lot of money on it, because I'm only using 10% of the game. That's all I want it for.
Yeah, true. Me too. And that's all. Oh, well, I lie. I'd probably get on there and do a few tournaments and a couple of online games, but I'd never do that, as you mentioned, the FIFA Ultimate Team. That's a money suck if you want to be any good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, so they never put them on sale. That's the thing that annoys me.
Yeah.
I mean, I get them for free on the Xbox, but that's no good because nobody owns Xboxes these days.
Yeah, well, that'll play it with you anyway. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to all the A's out there and the admin team that have got it and won't use it. I will use it. Give it to me.
Yeah, get rid of your Xbox and give it to Red. He'll play it.
Yeah. Win-win. I partied like it was 1999. I dusted off the PS3, man. Got him. Started off the downloading procedure again because I basically started with a clean console.
Yeah.
Because I just had been around the kids and whatnot, so they've got another one because the PS4 come into the household at Christmas time. So there was a PS3 in the bedroom being used as a Blu-ray player. I'm like, good.
Can you hear that, Red?
Yep.
Time's up. You go first. You're talking.
Oh, but the nicest thing I can say about you, and I'll start off with the nicest thing, is the way you can, how do I say it without sounding rapey?
What?
Inject. Bestow upon is a good one. There we go. You bestowed the confidence upon us to be better people when it comes to social and professional lives, and I've only grown as a person by knowing you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Red. I didn't realise you were going to go all sentimental and realistic and actually nice. You've got the brightest and most beautiful red hair.
I do.
Yeah.
That means lots to it. And beard.
Yeah, well, facial hair.
If you want sex later, and beard.
Lovely, beautiful, bushy beard that you can store snacks in while you're playing video games.
Don't you know it?
Have you done that? Like breadsticks in the beard?
Oh, unintentionally, yeah.
The crumbs.
Yeah. I'm fat, so it's hard to say a bit of a health kick. I'm just reaching over here to my snack drawer. Right here, I got new snacks. I don't do the chips and the fizzy anymore. I know you've probably heard this a dozen times, and this is going a little bit off kilter. But I've got yogurt and strawberry flavoured whole grain lunchbox bars by Uncle Toby's.
Right.
And I've got this bag. It's called Nibble Mix. That sounds like a good position for Valentine's Day. But its ingredients are sunflower kernels, almonds, raisin sultanas, and papayas or pepitas, little seeds.
Yeah. I can't have a nibbly drawer like that.
Because it doesn't end up being a nibbly drawer, it's just an empty drawer.
It's just an empty drawer, that's it.
Yeah, that's me too. But I go to Pro, I say, oh, what's this cost? She goes, oh, $6. I was like, oh, it's alright. It's like, what is it, about 700, 800 grams? And it's all good stuff. And I've been having it with my muesli of a morning and yogurt, so bastard's nearly gone. You just sit there and smashing these seeds like a fucking bird.
Righto. Anyway, back to your PS3.
PS3, on strong recommendation from yourself, I have done the first 3 levels on Call of Juarez Gunslinger.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that?
That is a top game, isn't it?
That's Wild Wild West meets bloody Borderlands, just like with the character introduction is he's quick wit and he's handsome and he's fast on the gun. Just shit like this. And the storytelling goes, no, that's not how I met him.
Yeah.
Fucking does the whole rewind, you go and you get hit with a piece of 4B2.
Yeah, and it all changes because his story changes.
Yeah, and instead of going, you're venturing off out of bounds or something, it goes, you're straying too far away from the story.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so don't go left, you got to go right, sort of thing. And I've only just started unlocking all the abilities and everything, and glad to say one of the abilities is to make the collectibles stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm right on that, you know me. I love me collectibles.
Yeah, I didn't do any. Typical
But
me.
I like the game. I think that's top notch. Really stoked to be getting Grid Autosport on the download.
Oh, yeah? Yep. I think I downloaded that.
I'm not one of the biggest car racing fans. Like, I've spent a lot of time with Gran Turismo in my time. Like, younger days, like 2 and 3 were really prominent in my library back then. But like Need for Speeds and everything like that, I had my times with Underground and whatnot. But Grid, I spent a lot of time with Grid. It was just really cool. It just had the real TOCA touring car feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all up on that, on the download. Dead Space 3 is just about to finish downloading, so hopefully next week's show we'll be reporting about how much we hate dying in that game.
Yeah.
I downloaded probably 5 days ago before I got Rory McIlroy. I went, oh shit, I remember I got Tiger Woods 14. So I got that on the download. Delete now.
Yeah, you won't be needing that.
I've purchased a couple of games from a video store that's shutting down, so I'm looking forward to getting them. Transformers and Marvel Ultimate Alliance, so should be a bit of fun.
Awesome.
We had a Clash of Clans war, which I sucked at again.
Yeah, we lost again.
Do you know what got me?
What?
I took on those little cellar dwellers, like, because I'm a cellar dweller of our team. You guys have got some pimp and shit cranking. But I'd say, and something I've learnt from it, the big 1, 2 and 3 on the other team gave reinforcements to the lower guys of all these strong units to come out of their castle. The strong units come out and just wipe the floor with me, eh? I get rid of nearly all the defences, and then I've got like half a dozen barbarians, and this chick shooting arrows that just kills my units in one hit. I'm like, oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, so I gave you a couple of my units, but obviously they're probably not strong enough. I'm trying to upgrade all my units now because I think that's my biggest downfall.
The thing is, what you did helped, but helped probably be about 6 hours before the attack phase.
Hey?
I asked for reinforcements, I got reinforcements, and they reinforced just a random bloody raid that I had on my base just before the war.
Oh, really? And they didn't... What? No, I don't think the ones... Because you can request reinforcements in the normal game, but I actually donated inside the war. I don't know if it's...
Oh,
if
okay.
they get
Because I know I got
used.
some help with one of them. Because
Yeah,
I think Jason is trying to be a nice guy, send across about 8 level 2 barbarians. I'm like, you're a dude, answering the call, thank you.
Mm.
While I didn't go back and watch the videos where I died, I'm a little bit too proud for that.
Yeah.
So maybe you did send some stuff to try and help me out, but I was not able to fully acknowledge it because, I died.
No, well,
And last
We'll
but
be
not
more
least,
eventually.
I think a couple of weeks ago I was talking about this WWE Champions game I've been playing.
Yep.
It was buggy and glitchy and rah. It had about it was almost like a re-download, reinstall sort of update.
Yep.
She's spot on now, Schmick. People are getting their rewards. It moves a whole lot more fluently. There's a heap more sound tracking and everything to it. So that's really rejuvenated that for me.
That's on your phone, yeah?
Yeah, on my Samsung. I'm pretty sure it's on iOS also.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, awesome game. I do it every second I get. I time it now. Every time I go out for a cigarette, I get about 4 matches in.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's my week, man.
All right, well, allow me to explain mine. We've gone through Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing that along with you when I can. Still enjoying it. I can't get into the multiplayer. I'm no good at it. I suck. But where I do enjoy is the terrorist hunts. That's essentially what I bought the game for, is to do the terrorist hunts. But you know, I don't mind doing a bit of each, but.
But you've been working too. When you're on song and you're fresh and you're in a winning team with us, it's so much easier to enjoy it and to feel like you're making progress to giving back to the team.
Yeah, but do you get more XP playing multiplayer?
Heaps more.
Yeah, I thought so, because the bar was only moving a tiny bit on a win when we were doing terrorist hunt. I'm like, hang on a minute, I remember that going almost like fucking the whole meter when we're doing multiplayer and getting wins.
Yeah, and you get more renown too. That's why I've predominantly just been concentrating on multiplayer this week, is just so I can at least get one of those new operators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of my reach. I think I've only got about 5,000 at the moment. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I'll report on them.
But yeah, Rainbow Six is going good. I'm still enjoying that. It's a good money for a bang for buck. $49 it was for me. That's it's definitely got my money worth out of it.
Yep.
I actually purchased another PS3. So I've got a PlayStation 3. I've got the PS3 Fat, one of the originals, not the very first one that came out, but the second iteration, the 40GB model. I got one of them, and she's showing her age, and what I wanted to, because it's the big fat one and it has cooling problems, so if I put that in my wall unit, it overheats, the fan goes, and I just know it's going to die. It's going to yellow light any day. So I thought, oh bugger it, I'll go and buy myself a PS3. So I purchased a 500GB Super Slim, and took that home, plugged it in, and yeah, it's a very big difference compared to my Fat. Look, essentially the games don't run any better or anything like that, but just the whole thing feels a little bit smoother, and like the XMB, the interface runs smoother, and you know, the settings tend to work a little bit better because it's just a fresh CPU and a fresh console, really, as opposed to something that's near on 9 years old, or if not more, near 10 years I think this year.
And it's got more use than the wheel.
Than the what?
Than the wheel. It's had more use than the wheel.
Oh yeah. It's been smashed. So I've purchased that one, and I've started downloading all those games on it again, so we can start playing them. That'll be good probably next week. Hang on.
Love is in the air. Everywhere
It's that time again. Red.
Yes.
You have fantastic taste in superheroes.
I do. So do.
Although it's not DC and it's not Batman, you do love one of the best superheroes that I also love from Marvel, and that'd be Iron Man. So you got an awesome taste in that sort of stuff, and I thank you very much for the T-shirt that you bought me last year when I come to visit your place. Every time I wear that, I still feel super duper comfortable.
And your monkey jammies.
Yes, I've still got the monkey jammies, but I'm not wearing them. It's too fucking hot.
Best thing I could say about you is you broke the ice and come down for a visit. That was huge for both of us.
Yeah.
Overcoming some fears, but also being able to shake your hand. That was cool.
Oh, thanks, man. It's all lovely. Oh, this is good feelings talking to each other like this. Alright, let's get back into it. Yeah, so I've got on my list here Clash of Clans. As we said, we lost again. We will win one eventually. We'll get there. Here's one a little left of centre. Actually, sorry, let me go rewind back to playing the PS3. I downloaded a game that I didn't actually realise I had on the PS3, but it was a PS Plus title, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yes, I'm a bit jelly.
Now, I've been playing that. That game has the humour and the personality of an 80s rock hero god. It is excellent. You know, like Kung Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, it is so good. If you melee and there's nobody around to melee, instead of just swiping at nothing, he just gives the finger. It's fucking hilarious. I was doing doing that the other day and my wife walked past and she goes, did you just give the finger then? I'm like, yes, he did. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. And like you'll be doing stuff and there's like a, you know, like the typical narrator or like the voice in your head. Usually it's over a radio saying, you've got to do this to get this done. And this girl was talking to me saying, right, what you need to do is bring down the shields, and to bring down the shields you either need to do this or this, and then your character, the player, interrupts and goes, just shut up and let me kill shit already. And he goes, right, so I'm just going to blow up the generator. Sounds good. And then you just go, like, because as you obviously go and do one of the options, it realises what you're going to do and it makes comments about what your choice was and stuff. And it's hilarious. Oh,
so it's very self-aware.
Oh, very, very, yeah. And, like, the guy just gets the shit. Like, the very beginning, the very first scene opens up where it's doing the tutorial, telling you how the controls work. The things pop up and it says, like, look around to look around. It's that, like, blatant and shit. And then it goes, press the X button to jump. And he's going, oh my god, are you serious? And, like, so you're pressing it and you can't move, you can't go anywhere. And then it says, click in the left stick to run. Running is like walking, but faster. It's hilarious. That had me in stitches, man. It is a hilarious game, and it's basically Far Cry 3. So it's exactly like Far Cry 3, like the controls and all that sort of stuff. All your abilities are pretty much unlocked from the get-go, and you get like a whole bunch of cool weapons and stuff. It's excellent. It is really cool, and it's got like dragons. Well, they look like dinosaurs, but they call them dragons. So
it's basically a Tarantino cult movie turned video game, like the way he does movies that take away from the serious ones. It's just like a not a piss take, because that's probably a little detrimental to a quality game, but it knows exactly what it is. Yeah,
it's very satirical, and it has a very 80s feel, and to go with that, it's got I think his name is Michael Biehn. He's the guy that played Kyle Reese in the original Terminator movie. He's the main character. Yeah, he's the voice of the main character. So it's very him from the 80s. It's very Terminator and that sort of feel. And the opening song when you come in the chopper with the big minigun is Long Tall Sally.
Gonna tell Aunt Mary by Uncle John. He claimed me as the music, but he had a lot of fun. Oh baby.
No, Jesus Christ.
So I instantly started going woo as I was playing, just shooting shit, and it was just, it's amazing. If you haven't played Blood Dragon but you liked Far Cry, man, get into Blood Dragon. It is damn excellent, so good. And like the missions are like rescue a nerd, because you got to go help a scientist, save a nerd and stuff like that. It doesn't end. It has you in stitches, and it's like B grade as well, which is like one of its charms. It's so good, so good. So yeah, I've been loving that. So I haven't finished that. Oh, and it's massive. The map's huge. It feels like a full game. And it's just a standalone DLC. That's what it is, essentially. So yeah, that's that one. I'll move on. I downloaded an emulator for the Sega Mega Drive. It's like a built-in emulator for Cool Spot.
Oh, fucking hell.
Did you play that on the Mega Drive?
Oh, back in the day.
Man, I downloaded that because I love that game, and I started playing it. I fucking couldn't even get past the first level.
Sorry.
That was doing my head in. I eventually got past the first level and got to the second one and thought, you know what, I'm going to leave this one in the past where it belongs with my happy memories. That game's hard, man.
They're all hard, man.
Yeah, that's what they did though back then, because just for longevity, they made them bullshit hard.
Yeah. I loved the Mega Drive, man. That was my first... Like, I had a Master System, but the Mega Drive games, they just blew me away. I was in love since then.
Yeah, but anyway, so I played Cool Spot, and it runs at 60 frames. You can
On your computer, yeah?
Yeah, and you can boost the graphics to make them smooth, but I didn't. I made it look like the original. So that was cool.
Good man.
But yeah, no, that's cool. I just Googled it, and the first page I went to let me download the installer, and I played it straight away. Easy. Moving on, I played through with EA's early access that they give you with EA Access. I played Unravel.
Ah, yes. And
Well, I have to say, don't tell anyone because it hasn't released as yet, but it will be released very soon. It's pretty fucking awesome.
worth it then. Oh, because
Yeah.
I think it's not even a full price game, eh?
No, it's $30. It's
Fuck.
absolutely worth $30 every day. I'll definitely be picking it up. What it is, if you're unfamiliar, you play as a character named as Yanni, who's basically, he looks like a little cat/devil creature because he's this little red thing with pointy ears. And it's a side-scrolling platformer, and it kind of has the feel of Little Big Planet mixed with a totally new sort of style. So what it is, you're unraveling as you go, as the name would suggest. So you've got your piece of yarn which is attached at the beginning of the level, and as you progress walking to the right, you unravel. Now you're made of this yarn, so unraveling you have to keep getting more bits of yarn so you can continue, otherwise you'll run out. And it's really awesome how they've done it, because as you unravel, he starts to disappear and he starts to look really gaunt and sick because there's not much left of him. Whereas when you've got a full body of yarn, like, he looks healthy and like a little creature. But yeah, so you unravel, and yeah, once you get to the end of your tether, so to speak, you can't move any further. So you either have to go back and find more yarn, or go back and use your yarn more effectively. So,
rightio.
say for example, if you climb up a tree, because you can lasso stuff and climb up, and then you can tie it off. Excuse me, if you can tie off your bit of yarn onto that branch or whatever, so if you fall down, you can easily climb back up, right?
Yep.
But if you go over the top of maybe a log and then walk back on yourself, you're wasting yarn because you're spooling it up on things. So if you run out of yarn, which happened to me on an occasion, right, where I was literally like 5 centimeters away from more yarn, but I couldn't go any further because I'd run out. So what I had to do is I had to double back, climb over some obstacles that I'd wasted yarn on, find a different way to get over them without using too much, and I did that. And that gave me that extra little bit of yarn, and I got to the refill. So yeah, it's got really unique features like that. So you can tie off your piece of yarn on 2 different objects, which makes like a little slingshot that you can shoot yourself into the air. You can use your lasso to climb things. You can push and pull things. It's very physics based, and the early access preview thing only gave me 2 levels to do, and you've got 10 hours to play those 2 levels however you wish. So I played those first 2 levels and it just left me wanting more, so I'll definitely 100% be picking that game up. It is absolutely brilliant. If you liked Little Big Planet and its feel, you'll love this. The backgrounds look phenomenal. They're like all full 3D and stuff like that, and yeah, they're mind-blowing. The water physics, the backgrounds, the level design, it all looks and feels absolutely beautiful. Good game. Oh, we're interrupted here. Red, you go first, man.
You are the best at fixing sticks on a DualShock 4.
Oh, I can do that in like 5 minutes flat.
I know, because Weeksy almost blew a controller up because he got wires crossed and it got really, really hot.
I don't know how we did that.
It's Weeksy.
They're plugs, like there's not like soldering or anything you need to do, you just gotta plug it in.
Oh, I don't know what he done, but the touchpad in the back of it got super hot.
Yeah, he's a special creature, that bloke. Red, you are without a doubt one of the best co-op partners to have. I don't know how you do it, but you're just awesome. You're always there to revive me. Thank you very much.
It's the priority scheme. The revive comes before moving on.
Yes. Awesome.
You got to stop thinking about your own personal stats and worry about the greater good. That's the trick.
That's it, and that makes for a very good co-op partner. Thank you very much, my Valentine. Oh. All right, now quickly, I'm just going to mention, not really going to talk about, but Lego Marvel's Avengers. I have started playing that, and my review is not complete as yet. So we'll talk about Lego Marvel's Avengers next week.
Look forward to it.
But as for video game discussion, that's all I've got. So how about we move off into this week's video game news?
Da-da-da-da.
Okay, first up in this week's video game news, I've got Godus gets a new start. Now, do you know what Godus is, Red?
No.
I don't remember, it was a little while ago now, quite a while ago. There was a game called Godus released by 22 Cans, which was headed by Peter Molyneux. Now, they had a competition running where you could win part of the game's profits. And then they would also give you a certain amount of control in the game. You'd be the only one.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you'd play God, so you could, be a good god or a bad god or whatever, and people might try to overthrow you. That was the general idea of it. There was a tapping game on your phone. You had to tap the cubes.
Yep, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, you tap the cubes, and then the first person to get to the center of the cube after tapping it all away was the winner. Now, and it was actually a video game that was released on Steam. Now, it was released on early access in Steam, and I picked it up and I played it, and it wasn't anywhere near complete. So it was, kind of cool, but just totally incomplete. It kind of went quiet for a while last year. Peter Molyneux sort of disappeared and stopped talking about it, and I heard nothing about it, and I thought the game was dead. And Peter Molyneux has been in hot water for this sort of thing in the past and not really fulfilling promises. But it's come back. 22 Cans has launched a new version of Godus called Godus Wars. Now, it's in early access again on Steam, and it doesn't replace Godus, but it's sort of runs alongside it. It's kind of like two different versions of it. And if you currently own Godus, you will also own Godus Wars free of charge, no extra costs or anything involved. And it's basically, Godus was originally sort of here's your people, set them up, make them happy so they shag, have babies, bigger army, put them all together, and then kind of real-time strategy, like you could go and have battles and things like that. And you started off in like the Stone Age, and you could bring yourself forward through the ages.
Yeah.
Godus Wars is going to be more heavily based on the real-time strategy part of the game, and focusing on combat. So there's going to be a lot more actual fighting. Because when I played Godus, I didn't actually fight anything. It took too long to get to anything like that. You're just trying to build things, ripping down trees for resources, getting your little humans to build their houses to make your areas bigger and stuff. There wasn't really anything more than that. It was downright boring is what it was. But yeah, anyway, so this new one, I haven't played it yet. It is out. I've just only got this news recently today. But yeah, so it's been re-released for hopefully a bit more of a fun game. But I've read the reviews on Godus Wars, and they're all shit.
Mostly negative.
It is, man. It's mostly negative, saying this game sucks, don't buy it, not worth your time. So I don't know. I'll eventually give it a go, and we'll talk about it in video game discussion in the future. But I don't know. They're in some hot water because a lot of people have bought this game and it's not really looking to be anything like they promised at any stage. And unfortunately, I guess that's what you get with Peter Molyneux. I guess you have to be a little bit cautious when you hear that name now. But anyway,
Which is sad.
it is sad. I know he tries. I'm pretty sure he's not specifically going out there to fuck people over, but yeah, unfortunately, that's generally what's happening. All right, move on to the next piece of news. Desperation for Destiny. All right. Now, Red, when was the last time you played Destiny?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. So you may not have received this, what do you call it? It's not written anywhere here.
Bribe?
Hey?
A bribe?
A bribe. No, it's not a bribe. It's a survey is the word I'm looking for. Brain fart just then. You might not have received this survey because you've played it recently. I haven't played it in a very long time, since The Taken King, really.
Yep.
And I received an email from Bungie.
Oh, okay.
And it was pretty much in the tune of, "Hi, how are ya?
Where'd you go?
It's been a while. Do you mind filling out a survey and kind of explaining to us why you're not playing our game?" I'm not kidding you. I shit you not. I got this email last week. And I'll go through the questions, right? There's not many questions. Question number 1. Why haven't you been playing Destiny lately? Fuck, man. I didn't realise Bungie was my missus. Anyway, the answers, it's the tick boxes here. The answers that you can tick. I don't have anyone to play with. I've run out of things to do. End game content, i.e. Nightfall, Heroic and Raid, is too challenging. My contact with other players has been unenjoyable. I don't like recent changes made to the game. I don't have enough time to play. New games come out that I'd rather play. I don't own The Taken King. I don't like PvP. I don't have access to a console, Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. Too much repetition or too much grinding. Something not on the list. Please explain below. And then question number 2. I'll explain how I answered in a minute. Question number 2. How likely are you to play Destiny again in the future? Not at all likely. Somewhat likely. Very likely. And question 3 was just an open thing for you to type in some comments. Now, to question number 1, I checked...
That 12 boxes?
Nah, just a couple. It was new games came out that I'd rather play. I don't like PvP. Too much repetition or too much grinding. They're the things that I ticked.
Oh, that and the end game, Luke. What the shit grinding you got to do, the challenging grind.
End game content is too challenging.
Yeah, fuck no, it is. Not so much that it's too challenging to play. It's too challenging to get 6 people because there's no matchmaking.
Yeah.
See, if you went in with matchmaking and you had to have a mic to do it, then so be it. But you trying to nail down 6 blokes that all work in different industries with different responsibilities with children and everything. You try and nail down the same 6 blokes to do the same thing 6 times a week with the hope of getting something semi-decent. There's no guarantee. So that's I fully agree with that.
Or just 3. If you want to do the Nightfall, and heaven forbid you've got a 4th mate that wants to have a go.
You just go run around the tower. We'll be there in about an hour and 45. Make it 2.
Yeah, 3 fire teams. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway, and my answer to how likely are you to play Destiny again in the future? I picked the middle one. Somewhat likely. I think I will. If there's
play Destiny 2.
Yeah, if there's extra content that comes out, I'll very likely be interested. But I'm not going to promise it. I'm probably not going to play it until that happens. So that's it. But yeah, they're sending out surveys to people that aren't playing it, trying to find out why and how to get people back.
That is desperate.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit worried about. This is just my speculation. They might be a little bit worried about the Division as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt them so bad because I think the Division's going to be almost as demanding.
Yeah, it looks like it. And
I fucking hope so.
It might actually have a reasonable story that's not in pieces.
Well, there's more story in the beta.
Well, that's bloody true, man. That's sad.
Those
All right.
echoes that you went round and collected.
Yeah.
There's more story, more backstory, if anything, to what's going on than explaining to why there's a big floating fucking moon-like device over a tower. Yeah, there was more backstory in the Division beta than there is in the entirety of Destiny.
Yeah, well, you know in Destiny where they say, I don't have time to explain why or whatever, something like that. I think what he actually meant to say is, I haven't received enough money from you yet to explain why.
Money, 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 money.
Yes. But anyway, that's what they're doing. There's a survey. So if you haven't played it for a while, then you might have that in your junk inbox.
Where the Taken King should be.
Junk mail. Alright, so my last bit of news here, Fallout 4 mod for the ladies! And I say that specifically because it is super duper for the ladies, not for me. But maybe on Valentine's Day. So, the wonderful world of the PC and its ability to mod pretty much any game that is released on it has surprised us all again. Introduction.
Everywhere I look
Fred, I'm going to say something nice about you. I love you, man. You're a very good friend. You're my bestest internet friend to add on top of a top bloke and an awesome friend to have in real life.
Oh, how do I top that? I have one ready. I pre-scripted one.
Right.
Yeah. When it comes to nerds and bloody geeks and gamers, we're all a very selfish bunch, but for you to go and create an Aussie Gamers PSN profile so we can all play games that you buy with your own money, I think you're one of the most generous gamers I've ever come across.
Oh, thanks, Red. And you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Alright, let me just start this timer again for another 10 minutes and we'll make each other feel good again. But let's continue on with super duper mods here. So, as I said, there's a mod for Fallout 4. Usually we get nude mods for the females in the game, like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, the Nude Raider and all that sort of stuff. The nudity mods for the wenches in Skyrim and stuff like that. So, you know, nerds like, yeah, I guess like maybe us can fap away when playing our favourite games and stuff like that. Now there's one for the ladies. Fallout 4 has a mod where the guys get dicks.
Oh, yay.
Oh, you're interested. You're buying a PC right now. That's what that clicking was. Buying yourself a Titan. The mod still isn't finished, but it won't be long now until it comes out to a PC. Until it comes to a PC near you.
I see what you've done there. I didn't want to see, but I seen it.
Alright, calm yourself. There have been 3 previous skin versions which haven't quite worked right, so now the 4th skin should work right.
Usa.
And yeah, so they get boners too.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's like penis envy going on as well, apparently, because there's all different types. Like the way it's built at the moment, the size of your character when you're doing a character creation will determine the size of your doodle. So if you make a small character, he's going to have a little nub, like a helmet in the bush, so to speak. There's still issues going on where if you crouch, the penis like all distorts and stuff and turns out to be something from Reddit. So yeah, it's coming. So if you really want doodles in Fallout 4 on PC, keep your eye out for it, and it'll be on a mod store near you. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. Oh, and what's worse, there'd be a bloke sitting there making the mod, and that's not being sexist, it's just because nerds, single little boy nerds have all the time in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can just streak across the wastelands if that's really what you want to do. Go for it. You can do your nutty runs through all the different towns, Diamond City and stuff.
Oh, Piper. Sorry.
Get on to
Anyway.
it. All right, Red.
Piper undies.
Give us your news, buddy.
Rightio, so Ubisoft versus EA. Let me
Ubisoft?
elaborate. Ubisoft, what did I say? Ubi.
No, you said Ubisoft. I'm just saying Ubisoft. I be hard.
So Ubisoft has filed legal action against EA's application to trademark the word ghost because the studio behind Need for Speed is called Ghost Games. And according to Ubisoft, such a trademark would conflict with its own Ghost Recon trademark in use since 2001, I should say.
What do you mean? What is EA using it for?
Their subsidiary developer, a studio called Ghost Games, they are responsible for the most recent Need for Speed.
Yeah, but that's the company name, studio name.
Yeah, they're trying to trademark the word ghost.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Oh, after trademarking Let's Play.
Well, that's stupid too, but you can't...
What's the go?
You can't trademark... It's the fucking word in the English language.
That's right, we're trademarking words now. That's what the world's come to.
Pretty soon we're not going to be able to do the podcast anymore because words are going to be owned by somebody.
That's right. Yeah, it's fucking... That's why I picked this news article, because there'd be more conversation between us than it would be actually about the article itself. But no one's batted an eyelid at Activision for Call of Duty Ghosts. It's like, because Activision want that game to disappear. It's like, let's not remind people we made this abomination.
That wasn't it. I liked Ghosts. I think I'm the only person.
I didn't mind the campaign. Well, now when you think Call of Duty, you say it to 9 out of 10 people, and this is actually a compliment for you because you're the 1 out of 10 when it comes to thinking outside the square. You talk about Call of Duty, people's minds go straight to multiplayer.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to install Ghosts, and I'm going to start playing it.
Wow, you and the other 7 people that still do.
Yeah, well, I might be able to win.
So just closing, EA must respond to Ubisoft's filing by March 9, so 3 days, well 2 days for us, but 3 days for America.
Can I guess what their response will be?
Fuck off. I don't know. I'm on Team Ubisoft this year. They've turned from heel to face for me. I'm loving it. I'll back them. Alright, next up, I might have been a little elusive with my headlines, early access for Sony, but there has been a call for it by the Ark developers, the dinosaur survival game.
Yeah.
They insist that PlayStation need an early access program, not unlike Steam and Xbox, because, quote unquote, we're pretty excited about PS4. We wish Sony had an early access program, and a lot of people would be asking, because a lot of people are asking us for it. And his name's Jesse Rapzak, the game's creative director. And I think I understand why they're pushing for this, because there's a bigger player base on console on Sony, and they probably would be able to test in an early access format a lot better with a greater pool of players.
Yeah.
Because you played it on the bone, haven't you?
Yeah, and it was shit.
See, I'm keen to, because we're only talking about it in our social lives a couple of hours ago, H1Z1, because that's still by all rights early access, yes?
Yeah.
And it's coming to PlayStation soon. What is that going to be once it's a full release on PC? Is it going to come straight to us, or is it going to be?
Yeah.
Are we going to get an early access?
No, I don't think so.
Advertised as a full release?
No.
They must be finished closing that out by now.
It's all well and good for people to want early access, but people will change their tunes when you get that early access game and it's fucked.
And bad, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll whinge and complain. See, the only way I will support early access is if they promise me the full version of the game for for half price. So when it's in early, if you back them early and buy their game early, it's $15, and then on full release it goes to $30. But I get the full game upgraded when it releases.
So that's not how early access works.
But not always, no.
Oh fuck! I thought that's what early access meant. You want to back? It's basically a Kickstarter with an alpha build.
No, not always. No. Some games on Steam will have a cheaper price, yeah, and then it goes up when it goes into full. But mind you, I don't think any game that I've purchased on Steam in the last couple of years in early access has fucking left early access yet.
They're taking their money and run.
Yeah, because I've got
Molyneux.
I've got standalone DayZ. I've got
H1Z1.
H1Z1. I've got Godus. That's all I can think of off the cuff. But they're all still in early access, as far as I know, anyway. Let me just double check DayZ. I'm not sure because I haven't played that in ages because it was shit. The mod was better,
friends.
man. Where is it? D. DayZ. Where does it tell you? Does it tell you anywhere?
I don't know. I can look at my library and look at H1Z1.
Store page, maybe. Let's click on that. Date of birth. Oh, it's got my date of birth in there. Good on you, Steam. You remembered this time. Say yes. Oh no, that's just a tag of early access. Is it? Yep, this game is early access alpha still. Yep. So even DayZ. Does it tell me when I purchased it? No, but it says released on the 17th of December 2013.
Fucking hell. That's 2.5 years ago.
Yep. And it's still in early access.
Because that started as a mod, did it not, for Armour?
Yeah, it was an Armour 2 mod. And the mod, I liked the mod. The actual standalone, garbage. And it's still in early access, man. So that's the thing. Like, I've been turned off early access because of that reason.
Is that Steam's fault, you reckon?
No.
They should have some clause in place if you're going to bloody advertise your game as early access. You should only be allowed to stay in there for X amount of months.
Well, there's a lot of disclaimers telling you that it's an early access, and I don't think there's any promise that it'll ever get completed. That's the thing. Dude, say something nice about me quickly.
You have the best taste in zombie survival games.
Thank you very much, and you've got awesome manicured fingernails when you do it.
Too right, I do.
Yes. So there's warnings and all that sort of stuff, but that's the thing. I'm going to go console fanboy on you. Now, it's not something I do very often. But when I think about a console game, I think of always will work.
One shoe fits all. Yeah.
And I think complete.
Yeah, you're going to dilute. Yeah, I'm with you.
PC is where you can go and change things, mod things, play things before they're finished. You can, it's like you do whatever you want playground. The console, I like that it is regulated and everything is kept good. I don't want to start getting to the point where you buy games and they don't work and you don't really have a leg to stand on because it's early access.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you purchase a game and it doesn't work, you can return it to the store. Essentially, you're going to the store and buying something and they're saying, mate, you're getting that as is. If it doesn't work, tough shit, you're going to have to wait 12, 18, 2 years, whatever. And maybe it'll work. I just don't want that kind of thing for my consoles. That's sort of just, that's me.
So you'll never venture down that route on your Xbox One then?
Look, I'll never say never, obviously, because of the form of media that I'm in with sort of journalism with Aussie Gamers Express. I'm always going to try things, and I probably will get them. But if I had to vote for whether I wanted early access on the PlayStation 4, I would vote no.
Yep.
Now, if it came out, I wouldn't boycott it because it's kind of what I do. I report on things, so I probably would venture down that road. But yeah, that's all. That's just my point of view.
No worries. All right, moving on to the last one. As you well know personally, and everyone listening regularly, I've been covering the saga that is the release of Hitman.
Yes. Awesome.
Right. So Hitman will have multiple plot lines, and one of them is PS4 only. Game.
Oh yeah, you don't like that, do you?
It's a perfect storm of fucking shit I hate. Episodic, No promises, no release date window for future episodes or future installments.
They have claimed that it's not going to be too far away.
Oh, and I bet you Telltale did along in some form of another when it come to Game of Thrones and shit like that also.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
still can't trust it.
Yeah, fair
What
enough.
what was one that worked? Resident Evil.
Resident
was
Evil
every 2
Revelations 2. That came out weekly.
weekly. Well, there you go. This will probably won't be weekly. I reckon it'll be monthly, but I'm not putting any stock in it. So a few details have emerged about the upcoming episodic structure, beta and PS exclusive content. So the stealth assassination game structure is inspired by contemporary TV series. Cheap excuse. So according to IO Interactive, it can be purchased as a $60 season, that's as US, or individually, where the first episode will be $15 and then $10 for each episode thereon. So IO Interactive says the fully episodic structure will let the game tell both this is a big word, compartmentalized assassination stories, as well as weaving a larger narrative involving multiple characters. PS4 owners will have access to 6 additional contracts over other versions, collectively telling a story about a fictional parliamentary unit. So what? Dubbed the director. So the director contracts are the PS4 exclusives.
Yep.
Players who pre-order via the PSN will also get access to the game's beta a week before other pre-orderers on February 12th. So
We think.
Which should be now.
Oh, right.
No, it won't. No, on the 12th. For the people that pre-ordered on the PSN, they'll get the beta a week. And this is bullshit too. Anyway, pre-orders. You get your beta a week early. You get your beta a day early. It's just crap. I used to bitch about parity. Now I want it back. I'm becoming an adult. Look out.
Oh, but you know what this is? You know, episodic games. That's the developer's sneaky ass way in getting a early access for the PlayStation 4.
Gauging about how much effort they're going to put into the next one.
Well, because the game's not finished yet, you can still play it. That's
Yep.
early access.
Yep.
There you go. But
And I was a Hitman fan.
look, I never played Hitman. I only played Absolution, which I loved. And this one looks pretty much exactly like Absolution, which I think is a good thing. Just that they've chopped it up into pieces. And there's one thing that I've heard about it, is that there's missable things that you can do. There's going to be missions in there that if you don't do them or you miss out or you fail, it's gone. You can't redo it. It's missing, completely gone.
That's a fucking grey area when it comes to video games.
I kind of like it. No, but I think it's going to be like like public events.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be like that.
It's
Like
nothing narrative.
No, I don't think so. I think it's going. Look, this is speculation. I don't know, but I think it's going to be like there's fucking King Jong Un or whatever is in this part of the world. Go there and kill him, and if you just don't go or whatever, he leaves and you miss your opportunity and he's gone forever. But there's probably just a whole it's just make up random people that you need to kill.
Yep.
That's what I think it is, and it'll just give you XP and all that sort of shit, scores.
Well, that sucks, because the only way I'd play this is when it comes out as a full, physical release. Whether I buy it digitally or physically is a different thing, but you know what I mean, when it comes out as a complete product. And when it comes out as a complete product, are they still going to be working on these, as you say, moment-to-moment missions and special objectives and community-based challenges?
Yeah, it'll probably be all automated, man.
It's published by Ubisoft, isn't it?
No,
It's developed by IO.
Square Enix.
Square Enix, there you go. Yeah. Oh, they're going to be working on fucking Final Fantasy 15, aren't they, for the next 12 years?
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Hitman. I'll play
Good.
it. Yeah,
Good.
I'll get it.
I'll play it. I'll probably play it around the same time as I play Tomb Raider.
Well, there you go. When you get an Xbox, eh?
Nah, got him.
All right, that's it for news, isn't it?
It is.
All right, let's go into our special segment of top 6. Fuck conformity. Top 6 romances in video games, and I'll just warn you now, there are some spoilers. Alright, so I've got a small list here of video game romances that I'm going to talk about here, and some of them are very particular, and some of them you'll know about, and some of them you'll be a little bit surprised about. First one on the list, Mass Effect. You haven't played the Mass Effect games, have you?
No, and I've just started looking for them, but we'll talk about that at a later date. But yes, keep going.
So the Mass Effect games, you can choose, well, you always play as Commander Shepard, right? But
Yep.
it just depends on the gender. Commander Shepard might be a male, Commander Shepard might be a female. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick. As Commander Shepard, you can find love with just about anyone and everything.
So typically EA.
Yeah, there's absolutely no limitations to it. So man on man, man on woman, woman on woman, man on alien, and so on. And which is fine, because some of those aliens, I don't give a fuck that they're blue, they're hot.
Yeah, and you got to take your hat off to those as well, because I know we talked about a lot of it with Inquisition and being able to romance the same sex and everything, but RPGs are for everyone, and if you are going to close off a box saying heterosexuality, that's just closing off a huge arc of the personalities of those playing the games. You know, like I'm not against gays, I'm not for gays, I'm just for everyone being happy and not discriminated against, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that they go down that path.
But had they did restrict that, the game is an RPG, which puts you in the role of a character, and you play. That's the gender that you choose, or even the species that you choose. To remove it as any of them as an option would be mad. It would be madness, because it is a very easy way to give more choice to the gamer, and that's what players like, is choice in a game like that. You know,
especially RPGs. Yeah,
there's like with the Mass Effect game. Well, there's the time up, Red. You've got
First Dibs.
First Dibs. No. You've got lovely earlobes.
If you're a blue alien, I'd do ya.
Oh, thanks, man. Luckily, I'm not a fucking blue alien. But yeah, what I was saying, yeah, you've got all the option in the world, so it's pretty cool that they give that. Now, with Mass Effect, you don't just fuck whoever you want. Like, you actually have to work towards it. In my first playthrough, I didn't actually realise you could woo and root. I didn't actually romance anybody, so I didn't realise it was an option. So there's so many different things. Now, in a game like this, if you play through all 3 of the games, you could have a character from Mass Effect 1 still in your team. Whereas, for me, that character from Mass Effect 1 may never have even been in Mass Effect 2 because he died.
Wow.
So it actually travels through the different games, because I was a bit upset because one of my favourite characters died in Mass Effect 2, which meant he wasn't there in Mass Effect 3. He was completely missing. So I replayed Mass Effect 2
to make sure he survived.
Kept that motherfucker alive so he could be alive in Mass Effect 3, because I liked him. I wanted him around. So I made sure.
Cool.
So I replayed it so he'd be alive. I don't know any other game that does that. I mean, I'm sure there are other games, but I don't know them. This is the only game that I know of that does that. So your progress travels through the different games. So absolutely brilliant. All right, we'll move on to number 2. And next one I want to talk about The Last of Us. Now, which romantic encounter do you think I would like to talk about from The Last of Us, Red?
The 2 girls.
Oh, Yeah, you're right. I didn't actually think you'd get it because it's from the Left Behind DLC. Have you played
Which
it?
I haven't done, no.
Okay, so spoiler alert.
I know it exists, that's all.
Right, so I did say spoiler alert at the start, so hopefully you've stopped listening to this if you don't want to hear spoilers about The Last of Us now. But yeah, Ellie and her best friend, they find love during adversity. Now, it was a little bit of a shock, but I remember when The Last of Us came out, what's her name? That Ellen Page. She had a bit of a whinge that Ellie resembled her too much.
Yeah.
Her name was Ellie as well, and Ellen Page, same name, looked a bit like her, blah blah blah. It was I don't know if Lucky Naughty Dog were being smartasses or if this was just further coincidence, but the Left Behind DLC was released around the same time that Ellen Page came out as a lesbian. I'm not kidding. She comes out in the news saying that she's a lesbo, right? And then The Last of Us DLC hits with Left Behind, and then Ellie turns out to be a lesbian and has a make-out session with her best friend Riley in the game. I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing?
I just needed to call, instead of Riley, they needed to call her Paige.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought that was really funny when that actually happened. But it was actually quite a nice romance. They were, passion on as two little kids who were growing up, I think they were like 14, growing up in a world that's absolutely fucked, and I guess there was no blokes around.
Nah.
What do you think of the girl-on-girl actions? Is it a little bit,
the age thing for me.
Yeah.
But still, there was so many hard-hitting references in The Last of Us, like with the final plot line and everything, like so many hard-hitting references, and they just done it so tactfully and so artistically that underage or sexual references, you basically call them.
But that's the thing, they didn't have sex. They kissed.
The thing, yeah.
They kissed. They made out.
And that's when you're experimenting,
Yeah.
Or when you're likely to. I know, I kissed my first bloke when I was, when was I? Yours last September? Yeah.
Oh dear. But anyway, yes, you're right. They did do it very tastefully, and it ended up being a pretty nice romantic part of the video.
There were so many hard-hitting themes in that game. Loss and just segregation. That right at the start where Joel's daughter dies, Sarah. He got an order from higher up above. You got to follow orders. You're a soldier. Shoot an innocent girl. There's so much stuff that can go on with that'll blow your mind, and how much shit's happened in the world just because someone higher up is giving you an order to do something. So I just think everything that they touched in that game, every reference, every bloody it's just artistically beautiful and not offensive.
Yeah, I agree. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the next one. Spoiler alert again. I'll just keep warning in red. It'll be a little bit of a spoiler for you, but not too much. Red Dead Redemption. If you haven't played it yet, though, shame on you. Now,
it's on its way. I bought it last week.
The romance that I'm referring to in this one is the lovely romantic couple, John and Abigail Marston. Now, you play as John Marston in the game. You're the main character there. Excuse me. And his wife is Abigail. Now, you don't spend a lot of time with Abigail in this game because basically you play as John, who's hunting down old gang members to rescue your wife. Okay, so she's not really in the picture for much, but your job is to rescue her. Now, along the way, John Marston meets a smoking hot single girl named Bonnie McFarlane who's running a farm. She helps you and nurses you back to health after you suffer many gunshot wounds, right? And that's pretty much the start of your game. The remarkable and romantic part about this game is that John had all opportunity in the world, but he never once stuck it in Bonnie McFarlane. He stayed true to his missus. He didn't cheat on her. There are so many times in that game where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be boning her any minute now. But nah, John Marston, he's a respectable man, and he was true to his one woman and never went down that path. Mind you, good on Bonnie as well. She never had any passes at him. Because John's an attractive man. He's got the scars on his face, and he's a hardened-looking man from the West. Very doable. And Bonnie McFarlane, man, yeah, stick one up that skirt. But yeah, doesn't smash her and doesn't cheat on her. And I reckon in today's day and age, that's goddamn romantic.
It really adds emphasis to how he's turned his life around as you take control of him, really, eh?
Yes, and that's right, because the general overtone of the game is that John Marston is an ex outlaw who's changed his life and wants a life of hard-earned living rather than being a criminal, and blah blah blah. The game is awesome. You really should play it. It's up there with the stories of The Last of Us. It is actually very hard-hitting and a brilliant game. So get into that. If it's I think it's just hit backwards compatibility on the Xbox One as well, so that's a big win.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous of it. As I said to you the other day, I got 3 games for $5. Red Dead was the third one.
Oh yeah.
So
play that.
I wish I had an Xbox One. I'd fucking love to play that. Even if it's just because it's a current gen console and the chat parties and everything like that. But
yeah, no, it's a good game though. When you do play, it'll be great. All right, let's move on to number 4 here. I've got Shadow of the Colossus.
That game.
Yeah, you remember that game? You play as a boy named Wanda, not to be confused with the shitty game of the same name. Yep. And there's a girl named Mono. So she loves to pop wheelies on a pushy. So the basic story is about Mono, who is Wanda's girl. She dies, right? She appears dead anyway. You play as Wanda, and you learn that if you go and kill enough of these massive, beautiful, majestic creatures that are just hanging out in their own lands, minding their own business, you might be able to revive your girlfriend. So without regard for any of the innocent beasts, you go over to them and slay them over and over and over again with a mere promise that you'll regain your one true love. Nothing says romance like pure and simple murder. Have you played?
So many people I know and personalities that I've watched on the internet and everything are so torn over that game.
Yeah, well, it's a fantastic
because the Colossus
game.
do seem so bloody...
Well, they're majestic is the word for them. They're massive. They're larger than life. They look fantastic for something that... Hey, Red, you have the most amazing opinion of the best game in the world, The Last of Us.
Oh, thanks you, I know. And you have such a persuasive manner upon which to force me to play it.
Yeah, it is forcing, that's what it is. I think I've threatened to sack you 1,000 times.
No, but I must say you have insisted on me playing some of the best games I have played before.
I know, Call of Juarez, get into it. Red Dead Redemption,
yeah,
get into it. Okay, timer started again. Sorry, you were talking.
Yeah, people are torn. It just does their face in because it's just so immoral.
It is. Yeah, like I was saying, they are big, beautiful, and for something on the PS2, it was a fantastic game, but you feel like a prick. She's dead, man. Like, there's life and there's death, and there's plenty other pussy to conquer. You don't have to fucking kill these massive big beasts. At least capture one like King Kong and make money off it.
Then the pussy will come.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You won't need that dead piece of mono shit. But yeah, that although wrong in my opinion, that's goddamn romantic. Happy Valentine's Day, Wanda and Mono. Yeah, so that's Shadow of the Colossus. There you go. All right, let's move on to my number 5, and it's none other than The Legend of Zelda.
Ah, yes.
Yes, the tale of Zelda and Link You know that turns 30 this month?
Shit, way to make a dude feel old.
21st of February, actually. It was in 1986. That's 30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. So that's 30 this year. But after all this time of that good old Link showing off and proving his heroism and charm to the good old Princess Zelda, he still hasn't gotten any from this princess. So what I put it down to, either Link is a prowling man whore and in his spare time off screen he just wants to keep his options open so he can, you know, smash everything that comes his way, or Princess Zelda is frigid as fuck. So either way, I'm pretty sure that there's definitely no commitment from either party here, and there's definitely no sausage hiding going on. So it's a special kind of romance, but nonetheless a romance it is. After 30 years, he still tries to, you know, protect Hyrule and the city, or whatever you want to call it, that the Princess Zelda is from, and, you know, be all hero and all that sort of shit without getting his dick wet.
You'd think there'd be some payoff.
You'd think so. Maybe the 30th anniversary she'll put out, but he's definitely not from lack of trying. He hasn't gotten his end in yet. But there you go. So that's Legend of Zelda. Good on you, Link. And just for those noobs out there that have no idea, Zelda is the princess.
Yeah, and if you didn't put out, I'd be saying a whole lot more than, hey, listen.
That's right. It'd be more like, hey, fucking listen.
Get your own sandwiches.
Alright, the last one here, but not the least, is kind of a similar story, really, and a little bit sad, but Super Mario Brothers!
I was so gonna make the similarities between Link and Zelda and Mario Peach, but I thought, that could be number 1, or number 6, if you will.
Yep, whichever direction you want to go with the numbers, fuck them for me to remember. Okay, so Mario shows his never-ending love for his princess by constantly rescuing her from the evil King Bowser, who continually kidnaps her from the castle. No matter how many times Mario is told that he just killed everyone in a particular castle for nothing because the princess is not being held there, he just got incorrect directions, he just kept on smashing through all of the castles in the kingdom till he finally found and rescued his beloved princess. That is, until it happened over again in every single release of the game. Mario might be in love, but it does appear that the princess is spending a lot more quality time with her capture, and this thing brings a little thing called Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome, I was
into
waiting
mind.
for it.
I think the princess is smashing Bowser, and poor Mario is busy trying to find her the whole time while she's holed up in a bed. So that's, I mean, it's kind of romantic that Mario keeps on trying, but I think it's a little bit more tragic than romantic. But I guess we can have tragedy and romance together, kind of like that whole Romeo and Juliet, Montague Capulet thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's a little bit gay. I feel sorry for Mario, man. He also hasn't had his end in. Maybe it's because The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers are Nintendo games intended for kids. That might be why they're not getting any, but the romance is definitely there. And I'm sure they've got doodles. Maybe this Valentine's Day, these people that have been mentioned will finally get their end in. Except for Ellie and her friend Riley. They're not getting any end in. Scissor Sisters it is. Hang on. I just remembered I'm talking about 14-year-olds there.
Yeah.
Back the truck
Yay!
up. Yeah. They're not 14 anymore though. They're all older now.
They'd be at least 18.
They'd be 14, 15. They're 18 now. I don't care what the truth is. They're 18 now. Actually, Riley's dead. Spoiler alert.
No, it's not just kiddie porn, it's necro. Well, she might get a bone in them.
Oh, enough. Fucking hell. Anyway, that was the top 6 romances in video games. Sorry about the spoilers if you didn't heed my warnings. I did give plenty, but I think now it's time for us to move on to our not-so-romantic What's That Sound? Oh, hello.
Sorry.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Alrighty, so What's That Sound? Last week I made it a hard one, and, well, it's still early days, because I think there's still another, from the time of recording that is, there's another like 7 days for people to try and win. And I made the prize, what did I make it? Oh, the pop vinyl, that's right.
Yeah.
Where is it? I'm looking around.
Kratos.
Oh, here it is, right in front of my eyes. Yeah, the God of War little pop vinyl Kratos there. It's a podcast, you can't see it, but I'll tap it on the microphone. There we go. Sorry if I just broke the speakers. So yeah, that's still, at the time of recording, because it is a good week before this show actually airs, it hasn't been one as yet, as far as I know, but it is a pretty hard sound. Do you want to hear it again? Have a listen. Now, Red, I don't blame you. You didn't have any idea. It is actually a pretty tricky one. It's from Nintendo of yesteryear. There's a very old Nintendo game called Balloon Fight.
Oh, yes.
You
Not
know
that
the
I
game?
recall the sound from that, but I know the game.
You know the game? Yeah, see, I've got that on my Wii U on the little, what do they call it? The console, something, retro console, I don't know. But I've got the Balloon Fight. I think it's from the NES. The original Nintendo Entertainment
old school.
System. It is the Balloon Fight complete level sound. So when you finish the level up or whatever, you get that sound effect. So I can't announce any winners this week. If somebody wins it throughout the next 7 days or whatever, I'll announce it on the next podcast there, and we'll have that prize sent across to you, the awesome pop vinyl of Kratos. All right, but now we need a new one, don't we?
Yes.
Alright, this one's probably not going to be as hard. It's a little bit more modern. But it's probably not going to be easy at the same time. So have a listen to this week's What's That Sound?
Well, I'll be.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
Wow.
Now the ones with dialogue you can usually Google. So I kept that one really short.
Still sounds real Nintendo-y, and it sounds Wild Westy.
Have another listen.
Well, I'll be.
Oh, no. I take back that Western comment.
Do you want to hear it again?
One more.
Well, I'll be.
Is that little bit of jazzy music and the old man voice? Yeah, no, I don't know, but...
Alright, well, I'll give some hints, and I'll give away a good prize for this one too. For this one, I'll give away my Captain America plush toy thing.
Oh, it's time to make a new bloody Facebook account.
Cheat. Alright, so I'll put this one up here. Alright, now I'll give you a hint. It is getting a remaster. Yes!
I knew it.
Did that really give it away that quick?
Yeah, the old man voice.
Oh, okay, there you go. I've not played. Must mention,
fuck.
what?
Good game.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'll try it. I must mention this, What's That Sound this week was suggested by Ben Martin. So thank you very much. It was his idea to use. So, well, sorry, quickly. Say something nice about me, Red.
Everywhere I look around.
Your attention to detail and your what they call it, OCD when it comes to fixing the show and after we record it is exceptional.
Thank you very much.
Because there's lots to get rid of with me just blurting shit out, obviously, like a second ago.
Fucking Aussies. You, Red, have some weird ability to be an asshole to people, but being absolutely hilarious at the same time. To the
You walk
point,
into the wrong cubicle.
to the point where people find it very hard to be angry at you, even when you're being an asshole, because it's damn right hilarious. Well done, thank you very much. You're top bloke. Anyway, where was I? Suggested by Ben Martin, that sound. So, Ben, you can't enter. I'm not giving you a prize, because you bloody will know it, because you're a fan. He didn't actually give me that snippet of the sound.
Just chose the game.
He just chose the game, and I picked one from it. So there you go. So thanks, Ben Martin. You're a champion. And for everyone else, good luck with it. Red got it with the clue that I gave. So surely enough, someone else will be able to get it. That's it for what's that sound. Oh, did I say if you know what the sound is, send us a message to our Facebook page. And if you're correct, we'll get you this little blue Captain America here. Just to coincide with my Lego Marvel Avengers gameplay thingy review that'll be out next week sometime. Red, let's go to the pub, bro. Your shout.
There was two people, or one person was going to get two shout-outs this week because A, now I know his real name, and B, I know his bloody gamer name. So we got a new friend. Nico suggested that we add this character Beaver 007, and he's not a bad bloke.
What is
liked
it?
his games.
Beaver? As in Justin?
Justin Beaver. Justin's Beaver. Talking of Valentine's Day. No.
So what's his name?
Beaver. B-E-V-A, as in a Beaver 007. That's his game name.
Oh,
But
okay.
you might know him from the page as Brendan Thompson.
Okay, yeah.
So both Beaver and Brendan Thompson are going to get a shout out this week, but I'm just going to do it for the one, considering he's the one person. So yeah, no shit. I only just figured it out probably about half an hour before the podcast, because I'd already had all my notes and everything all written up. It's like, well, now you fucked me. I've got to come up with a fifth one now. I've been scrolling through for the last 24 hours trying to find worthy candidates. So yes, he gets a shout out for being my new friend. And I really did enjoy our Rainbow Six chat the other night on my Siege post. Martin Creamers messaged us, didn't he? Posted on our page with his newly acquired mouse from the competition that we run, and he seemed very, very happy with it. And we do what we do to try and give back to all those that support us, but it's still nice that when you do receive something via a competition or a prize or whatnot, that you do share it back with us on the page and express your gratitude. So I appreciate that, and I know you do too, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ross Mark, just can't get rid of him. He's just always got something nice, positive and gaming related to say, and often uses the poster page link that's there to try and just boost a bit of conversation with everyone, not just us. So
That's what it's for.
another shout out to you for that, mate. Kevin Wyborn, good to see you back on the page, mate. You had a bit of a drought, but now you're back saying g'day and commenting on what's going on.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I had to find a fifth one, as I said. So, to the 4,601 likes we have on the page now. So to everyone, we've just hit another little mini milestone with 4,600 most recently. So that's a shout out to absolutely every single follower on the page.
Awesome. Well, thank you to everyone that was mentioned there. You all deserved your little shouts there. Cool. All right, I guess we've got our last words, Red.
Last words, right? You tasked us this week. We'll try and put together a love song or a parody or something to represent Valentine's Day for us. And I've heard what you've done, and you may not like it, but everyone else will. So there's going to be a short audio file after or just prior to the outro, depends when Luke decides to put it in there. But that'll be your little contribution to the Valentine's Day thing that you want us to put together.
Yep.
Now, I can run parodies off the top of my head with the best of everyone and sit there and jam stupid shit out on the guitar. And for the love of me, when I actually try and do something serious, I get like writer's block. So I've just resorted back to something that I do. I won't say great, but it's something that comes more naturally to me, and it still fits in with the whole notion of Valentine's Day. I've written a poem.
Oh, good job.
So here's really quickly, and I'm just going to lose a little bit of my hard edge after this one, I think. So anyway, here we go.
Do you need backing music? Do you want piano? You want soft piano in the background?
Yeah, when you do it, I do. But I don't want that 10-minute timer to come in the middle of it.
Oh, no, we won't interrupt you.
All right, then, here we go. there with PS3 controller in hand, wondering when this loneliness will ever end. Melancholy seemed my only real outlook. The last-ditch effort was to consult the good old friend Facebook. Surely there are some weirdos out there, or where could they be? Then I found a gaming page that was about fair dinkum as Aussie as me. I was replied to and interacted with almost instantly by this fellow LewkOne, and so it seems he does not fit the mould of internet personalities, you know, the ones with poles up their bum. We gamed and laughed, and I was eventually welcomed to the team. It was like a hit of adrenaline, straight to the self-esteem. Family does not necessarily need blood to be real, for our family here at Age is one forged by steel. That's enough soppy shit from one guy to another. Just know that I'm very proud to call you my brother. And to close this off, I bid you adieu, and something just for you, Luke. Then there were two.
Yes! Then there were two. Oh, wow. I like that last line, man.
Thought you did.
Yes. Good job, man. Good job.
So there goes my credibility as a hard ass.
Yeah!
Get rid of dickheads out of chat parties.
That's it. Oh, you faggot.
Yep.
What are we going to do? There's two blokes on a podcast on Valentine's Day. Oh, dear. All right, last words. Red, what are you doing for your wife on Valentine's Day?
Hopefully sending her to work.
Oh, is she working, is she?
I hope so. So I can play games without the guilt. Though I'll still play them with guilt, but I prefer not to.
Righto. So, if she's not working...
We've been nothing special. Bitch doing my usual cooking, nice tea. I cook tea every night, so it's a bit hard to make that special. Yeah. Because we got married near her birthday, so we've wrapped all that up, all that sort of festivities and present giving in there. So basically, I'll just tell her I appreciate her and dick her.
The once for the year. Lovely. Yeah, well, on Valentine's Day, I will be going to the cinemas with my lovely wife, and we're going to watch Deadpool. It's probably it's kind of a tad cliched now, because that's kind of what they want you to do, but I don't care. I'm keen on that movie, and my wife's keen too, so we're going to watch Deadpool on Valentine's Day, which is cool.
That's absolutely fantastic. I wish that was a reality here, but no.
Yeah, well, you've got 1,000 kids. I've only got one I need to dump on the in-laws, so it's all good.
Well, that's right. And, yeah, well, you got to like your in-laws, well, let alone trust them.
Well, that's another tricky part. But, yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm looking forward to that. So, I mean, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, and remember, if you don't have a Valentine's Day date, fuck it, play video games, woo!
Yeah, don't be down that no one loves you on Valentine's Day, because there's another 364 days in the year that no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, look, I am going out to watch Deadpool. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good Valentine's Day with my wife. But at the same time, that is going to be a few hours that I'm not playing video games. That's how many XP? Like
1,500 if you're playing COD, or about 42 if you're playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So there's bright light at the end of the tunnel, and it might not always be a train. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to our Valentine's Day special. Stick around after we say goodbye and have a listen to my embarrassing song that I made. And my apologies to any EB Games managers out there that may be listening to it. It's really just it's just a parody. It is what it is. So thank you everyone for listening. I've been LewkOne.
And I've been Red.
Catch you, boys and girls. I've stocked my shelves with games that you won't buy. And in my store, my prices are jacked 1,000 times. We sell used games at full retail and sometimes more. Hello? Is it PS4 you're looking for? Our prices cause watery eyes, and I can't serve you for a while. Are you sure that's all you wanted? Because an Xbox One would be wise. I think I know what games you play, and you've got nothing better to do. I want to tell you so much. The target would be cheaper for you.
This week's show has sadly come to an end. Be sure to search for Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iTunes, and just about every other social network known to man. If you have any snail mail you want to send us, shoot it over to P.O. Box 130, Cranebrook 2749. Catch you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.